recording.
Yeah.
Like the episode?
Yes.
Like right now?
Yes.
Oh, I wasn't ready.
I told you to get ready, goddammit.
I wasn't ready for a podcast!
This is like yesterday when you're like, we're gonna leave as soon as you wake up. And then like 11:30, I'm still sitting here. I don't know what time you think I wake up.
Well, I think you guys said you had to go run errands and stuff, so I gave you time. I went and got some food and...
I said we were finishing running errands when you texted me to ask me if I was up.
Oh. Well, you had worked 3XW the night before, so I figured you needed to sleep in.
I did.
By the way, this is episode 106.
No, it's not.
Oh, wait, that's previously played. Never mind. This is episode 108.
That's what I said.
That's what you said? I didn't remember.
Fucking Christ.
Remember they said forget... What?
The theme of the week. Regal doesn't listen when I talk.
No, I'm forgetful, and I was just looking at an article that said forgetfulness is actually a sign of super intelligent people.
They can prove anything that they want. Like, they can skew data however they want to make you believe whatever they want to believe. Whatever they want you to believe.
But I'm not skewing data. I am highly intelligent. My mind is 8 stars.
Shut the hell up.
Folks!
Your own fucking gimmick. Why are you so obsessed with stealing everybody else's gimmick?
Folks, welcome to episode 108 of Off the Chest with Timothy Regal. I, of course, am your host, the 8-star mind, Timothy Regal, joined by the 7-star mind, the leader of the 7-star mind academy, the expanded 7-star mind academy, Mr. Alex McCarthy.
Hello.
Alex, you want to talk about the what's going on over at the old 7-star?
Not yet.
Not yet?
I wouldn't know, because there's other things I want to talk about. I want to talk about how you kind of went viral again this week.
I did. If anybody is listening to us for the first time, thanks to my recent bout of viralness again on the Twitter machine.
Trying to get him vaccinated, guys, but he just won't do it. He's anti-vax.
No, I'm very much not anti-vax. Fuck those people. But no, if you are listening to the show for the first time, welcome to the show, and thank you for listening. We attempt to be funny, and usually fail.
I don't attempt to be funny.
You don't?
No.
Oh.
That's what Yoda said.
Could have fooled me.
Do or do not. There is no try.
So you just do not?
I guess.
Okay. But welcome to the show where we just shoot the shit about whatever's going on in wrestling, mostly what we've been doing in wrestling, and it's been a fun weekend, Alex.
It has.
It was an interesting weekend.
Yeah.
But no, we definitely went a little viral on the Twitter machine. So if you're listening, again, welcome to the show. Thank you.
Also, we don't always have this much interesting stuff to talk about.
Thank you for where's the interesting stuff? We haven't got to it yet.
Yeah.
Thank you for listening. Follow us, like us on Twitter, like us on social media. Go to our TeePublic store.
Yeah, buy a T-shirt.
Go hit up the links on our Twitter bios. Go pick up your Off the Chest Timothy Regal shirt, your Slam Fam Wrestling Network shirt, Puro Regal Pod, which we just dropped the New Japan Cup preview last week. The New Japan Cup that is now going on. So hopefully at some point
Will it be over by the time this drops?
No, it won't be over. No, it runs all month. Oh. But hopefully maybe sometime this week, me and Gary might get together for a quick recap and review of the action from the first week. But Puro Regal Pod shirts. We got the Art Donovan School of Broadcasting shirt.
How much does this guy weigh?
So we need to come up with some new shirt ideas.
Go ahead. I came up with all the other fucking shirt ideas. You can try doing something for once.
But no.
Also, this podcast is not family friendly.
Yeah, if you got your little kids in the car, you may want to put on some earmuffs because we may occasionally swear. We may talk about some.
Can you imagine
adult content?
It's like June, and there's a dad driving a minivan with like 3 or 4 kids in it. Maybe it's Steven Youngblood. And all of his kids have earmuffs on, and the teacher's meeting them at the van to take them into school. And like, why do all of your kids have earmuffs on? And the youngest kid just looks at the teacher and goes, "Our daddy fucking loves wrestling podcasts." Because we all cuss.
Is that what happens in the in the Lauritsen van on the way to school?
The what?
The Lauritsen van?
Maybe. Maybe, yeah.
Thank you to everybody that's listening, whether you're a new fan or an old fan. We love all of you so much.
Whether you're still waiting for us to pay you off like Regal said we would. How many people did you offer bribes to?
I don't know.
Too many, right?
They're coming. I just gotta.
Checks in the mail.
I just gotta win this Powerball first.
He's gotta wait for his tax return.
I gotta wait for this Powerball. It's not many.
I can't wait to start my new wrestling promotion, Championship Wrestling from the IRS.
Championship Wrestling from the IRS?
Yeah.
We're booking Mike?
I mean, if he's available. One of his kids should be fired by the time I have the money to run a promotion, right?
I'm honestly still surprised they're both employed at this point.
I could I'll book one of his sons as IRS Junior.
IRS Junior.
I actually know who does my taxes.
Who?
Mike Tyson.
Mike Tyson?
Yeah.
Mike Tyson does your taxes?
Yeah.
How's that work?
I fucking drop off my W-2s and my financial information, and then he calls me in about 5 weeks and tells me what I owe him and what I owe and if I made anything.
You're talking about Mike Tyson, like the boxer?
No, I'm talking about Mike Tyson, my tax man.
Your tax man's name is really Mike Tyson?
Yes.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I thought Mike Tyson, the guy with the face tattoo, was actually doing your...
I wouldn't fucking let him do my taxes. Are you nuts?
Mike Tyson would be doing your taxes.
God damn it.
I'm doing your taxes, damn it.
Alex, I found you a deduction.
Mike Tyson probably can't spell deduction. But
the government came to collect your money, so I just knocked him out. Fucking punch him in the face.
Mike Tyson doing your tax. Hey, so he was solving mysteries on Adult Swim a few years ago, so...
I mean, maybe I should send him to my aunt's house.
Oh, God.
Oh, God.
Alex's aunt believes in ghosts, folks.
Let's not talk about that on the podcast.
But we should talk about, like I said, you despite what time we may have left,
We're dying?
Huh?
Are we dying?
What?
Despite what time we may have left.
Well, what time we may have left yesterday.
Oh! I thought you meant despite what time we may have left on this earth.
We should have left earlier. We might not have had so much rain.
It was fine. We're home now. Who cares?
We drove down the very rainy, very wet
Highway 80.
Interstate 80 from the Quad Cities all the way to the great state of Indiana.
You know where we did not go?
Where?
Gary, Indiana. We
drove past
not
it.
Louisiana. Paris fans? Okay.
We drove past Gary. We didn't go into Gary.
They love it when I sing.
Yes, I know.
Multiple messages.
Two people.
Multiple messages.
Two people love it.
You know what we should do this year? We should do an Off the Chest of Timothy Regal cast album on Apple Music, and you can just hear me singing all my songs.
Well, not just you. I'd sing a little. We could get Margaret to sing a little. We could maybe call Cat Carter in to sing a little.
Cat calls.
Yeah. That'd be the name of Cat's album. Cat calls.
Cat calls are insensitive.
Yes, they are. But
so knock it off, Regal.
No, we went to the beautiful, picturesque, rustic Crown Point, Indiana.
I thought we were talking about 3X first, but whatever. My life doesn't matter. Nobody cares about what I do.
Do you want to talk about 3X first?
It's just the Regal show.
Do you want to talk about 3X first?
Timothy Regal.
You said you didn't want to talk about 3X yet when I asked a minute ago. Remember?
No, I wanted to talk about how you had gone viral first.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm trying to talk sequential order of our week.
Okay, God. So...
You never listen.
Before we went to Crown Point, Alex...
Des Moines. And Margaret.
went to Des Moines. I did not go. I kind of wish I would have.
Because
but
he hates Zicky Dice.
No, I don't hate Zicky Dice. I love Zicky Dice. Don't be a bish. Sign the petition.
I didn't sign the petition.
Let's get... yeah, you were hoping to sign the petition in person.
I was like, I really want to sign it in person, and then he wasn't there.
Yeah,
Or he didn't ever... I didn't ever see him with it out.
He kizzy-fizz-aped you.
Wouldn't be the first time, won't be the last.
But you went to 3X Wrestling, of course. It was a big weekend of wrestling in Des Moines.
It was.
Had 3X Wrestling. A huge crowd at the Come and Go Theater.
Yes.
Is it the
Regal's favorite kind of theater.
Is it the Des Moines Center for the Performing Arts?
Des Moines Social Club.
Des Moines Social Club. Okay, that's what they call it. The Come and Go Theater at the Des Moines Social Club for 3X Wrestling. Drop Kick Me, I'm Irish.
Nope, just Kick Me, I'm Irish.
Kick Me, I'm Irish.
Get it instead of Kiss Me, I'm Irish.
I got that. I think it should have been Drop Kick Me, I'm Irish.
No, god damn it, it's Kick Me, I'm Iowish.
Okay, Kick Me, I'm Iowish. I got it now. But no,
Regal doesn't understand humor, folks.
You were there. What all went? Obviously, the first thing we talk about is what I do know about that happened.
Christian Rose joined the Yacht Club.
Christian Rose did join the Yacht Club.
The newest client of friend of the podcast, Midnight Guthrie.
Captain Midnight.
Captain Midnight, yeah.
Did you share a wine cooler with Captain Midnight?
I did. It was delicious.
His outfit looked
on point.
Pretty amazing.
Fabulous.
If that's the words you want to use to describe it, sure.
You're so disrespectful.
But the main thing I want to talk about, Alex, is the 7-Star Mind Academy, led by you.
Yeah.
Got a little bigger.
It did grow. Yes. So that idiot Sentai tried to challenge my client, the Moondog, Bernard. And he was being beat up by the Moondog. He went for a pin, and my new clients, the Hadley brothers, came in and took care of business.
Yeah, Brett Hadley and
Dean Hadley,
the Hadley brothers.
Yeah.
As you said, they got smart.
Yes.
They joined the 7-Star Mind Academy.
Absolutely.
You took this wonderful picture with them, and you cropped out the Moondog.
Well, you know, your picture can only be so big on Twitter. Well, and I couldn't fit
also on Instagram.
Yeah, I just couldn't fit us all in, so I had to, there was a gap.
Okay, so you had to crop out the Moondog?
Yeah, it wasn't anything personal.
Why didn't you just, take 2 pictures, and then you could have, posted them both so that people could...
I'm not the photographer.
Oh.
You'll have to take that up with Chris Manning.
Okay.
You have issues with Chris Manning?
No, Chris Manning...
You hate Chris Manning?
No, Chris Manning's a wonderful photographer.
You just called him trash?
No, I did not say that.
Regal! Regal, why do you gotta be such a prick?
You are lying.
I would never.
I did like the fact that you asked the crowd in Des Moines if they knew who Jim Londos was.
Oh, that reminds me, I gotta show you the match before you leave.
Okay. Yeah, you did ask the crowd raise your hand if you know who Jim Londos is. And 2 people raised their hand.
Yes.
And one of them we think was a lady who already had her hand up for some other reason.
Pretty sure.
So, now, again, like I did point out to you, that line only works in other places. That would not work if you were working the Hall of Fame show in Waterloo, Iowa.
Yeah, it might not. Oh, fuck, we're only 13 minutes.
Everybody knows in Iowa, everybody at the Hall of Fame show in Waterloo, Iowa knows who Jim Londos is.
Hopefully.
But no, then you, I saw a little video with you and the Hadley brothers.
They're going to be the next 3XW Tag Team Champions.
They're gonna beat the Desire Boys?
The titles are vacant.
Titles are vacant right now, aren't they?
Yes, they are.
I'm a little behind.
Yep, because you don't ever come to shows.
I got other commitments.
On account of the fact that you hate Jason Strife.
That is... What the fuck are you talking about?
I don't know. Regal's a hater, guys.
Why are you saying I hate Jason Strife? I love Jason Strife.
Why do you hate Jason Strife?
Jason Strife gives me a lot of good DDP yoga pointers.
He does?
Yeah. He's a DDP yoga guy. Did you know that?
I did know that because I'm friends with Jason Strife, unlike you, who talk shit about him as soon as the podcast goes off the air.
You are... Why are you lying about everything on the podcast?
What are you talking about? Why are you lying?
I love Jason Strife.
Okay.
Especially when he gets boot imprints put in his chest by Eddie Kingston.
When did that happen?
Back in 2005.
Oh, I remember that.
No, you don't. You weren't there.
Sure was.
But now, anything else outside of you getting
New pure
new
champion.
recruits?
New pure champion.
New pure champion, Jeremy Wyatt.
Yes.
Xander Killen took on Niles Plunkett.
Yep. Margaret got a new commentary partner, Mr. Phil Stamper, the president of wrestling.
Yes, President of Wrestling Phil Stamper.
And it was very impressive that Phil Stamper is still the president of wrestling, especially considering Regal didn't vote for him.
I didn't know there was an election.
Is it true that you voted for Big Daddy for president of wrestling?
Definitely not, no.
Okay. All right, fair enough. Somebody just did a spit take on their drink. This is the funniest episode we've ever had.
Definitely did not vote for Big Daddy for president of wrestling.
Why didn't you vote for a woman? I think Valentina Loco would be a great president of wrestling. You think she's underqualified?
Actually, if we're going to vote for president of wrestling, you know who I'm voting for?
Jordynne Grace?
No.
Priscilla Kelly?
No.
Me?
I'm voting for somebody that's already royalty.
Who?
Somebody that's already an empress.
Oh.
The Empress of Evil, Reign Victoria.
I thought you were going to say the Empress of Tomorrow, Asuka.
Well, she could be Reign's running mate.
See, now, I really thought when Asuka debuted that there would be someone who would pronounce her name wrong, and I thought it was either going to be William Regal or Booker T. And do you know what I thought they were going to call her?
Asuka?
Asuka. Dad, this girl out here stealing my gimmick. Asuka, I'm coming for you. Could you imagine an intergender match between Booker T and Asuka? And if Booker T won, she could no longer call herself Asuka. And she had to call herself Asuka.
Bro!
Oh no!
Bro!
I didn't know bad ideas worked. Oh
no! You left the front door open, bro.
The front door open.
It's me, bro.
Kinda nice out.
Bro, I heard that you were in Crown Point, Indiana last night, bro. And I heard a rumor that Bruce Pritchard was making fun of me, bro.
No.
You're going to tell me that Bruce Pritchard never made fun of me one time?
No.
I think you are lying, sir. I know Bruce Pritchard. He got those heads on sticks, and he says, bro, way differently than I say, bro. Okay? So here's what's going on. I think that is a wonderful idea for a match, but what we should do, we should write the name on a big stick, and we should put it on a pole, bro.
Asuka on a pole?
Asuka on a pole. And then we'll have a swerve where Stevie Ray comes in and takes it, so neither of them can be Asuka anymore. I think this is great, bro.
I think that idea sucks.
Alex, I gotta go. I gotta go record a podcast on the Realm Network. Vince Russo's the brand. And then I gotta record Talent with Consequences with the great value version of Conrad Thompson, Matt Coon.
I don't think you're supposed to call him that, Vince.
That's what Conrad calls him. I couldn't get Conrad, so I got Matt Coon.
Oh.
But I'm out of here. I'll see you later, bro.
All right.
Dude, what did I tell you about leaving the door open?
Go shut the door.
He's gone. He got in his car. I think we're good.
All right. I didn't know he drove to Iowa.
Why does he drive a shitty 76 Volkswagen Skylark? I don't know.
All right.
Yes.
Anything else at 3X? Oh, the Revolver Scramble Championship was defended.
And unfortunately, our prediction did not come true.
John West did not win the Scramble Championship.
We predicted Valentina Loca.
We did?
It was on the podcast last week.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, we did. But
I forget things. I must be smart.
Valentina put up a valiant effort. Did she do a superplex to the outside?
She superplexed Jimmy Wild onto the crowd of awaiting men.
Well, you know why? Jimmy Wild's
pretty wild.
Might be shorter than she is.
No, he's not. God, he's average height. But yeah, it was who else all was in there? JT Energy, Josh C, Zicky Dice, Ian Maxwell, who I'd never seen before from the Ohio area, Valentina Loca, Donnie Pepper Cricket, John West, Nikki Sent.
I heard Donnie Pepper Cricket did a 6:30.
You heard wrong. Did I say John West?
Yeah, you did.
Caleb Conley.
Yeah, you said
Caleb. No, I didn't. There's like 2 more.
Well, Caleb Conley's the champion.
Yeah. Anyway, there were like 2 more, and I don't remember. And I regret naming them all.
Caleb Conley did retain the title.
Yes.
Unfortunately, was kind of hoping for our favorite Miss Valentina Loca, or even though they're kind of rude to me, JT or Jossie, one of our Black and Brave boys or girls. But unfortunately, Caleb Conley did retain the belt. But no, sounds like a good show.
Yep. I'm trying to think if there's anything else.
Any word on the 3XW Tag Team Championships? You said the Hadley brothers are going to be the next champs. When are we?
Doesn't matter when.
It doesn't matter when?
Doesn't matter when.
But the next show for
I
them,
don't care who you are,
April 5th.
Where you're from, yes.
April 5th, the next 3XW show. At Come and Go or
Spanish American Legion.
Be back at the Spanish American Legion.
Yep.
So go if you're in the Des Moines area, check that out. Sold out crowd last night at Revolver.
Absolutely.
We were not there, but it sounds like one hell of a show. I will probably be checking that out, hopefully within the next week or so. They generally get those up on the High Spots Wrestling Network pretty quick, so
yeah.
Definitely be checking that out soon. But because Alex, normally we would have gone to Revolver, I think,
probably.
But we finally made a long-awaited trip to a company that you and I both have been wanting to get to for some time. A company that is in Crown Point, Indiana, just about half hour to the east of Chicago.
Yep.
It's called Black Label Pro. Company that's been around about 2 years.
Year and a half.
I think year and a half, 2 years. Yeah. But a company that puts on some really, really good wrestling shows with a lot of the independent wrestling, really good independent wrestling talent. And the thing about them is they're bringing in guys to the Chicagoland area that you don't see on every other show.
Sure.
Kind of a mix of some Ohio guys, we saw a couple guys from Chikara.
Yes.
On the show last night.
And some Cleveland, Ohio guys. I mean, to differentiate, we do see a lot of guys from Dayton.
Yeah. Dayton, Ohio, in the Iowa area. But but we got some of the guys from Cleveland, based out of the AIW promotion. Of course, our CAD Carter was quite excited. Actually texted and said, "Oh my God, my worlds are colliding." And I'll tell a story. No, really good show. But also, what the selling point for us was they joined up with Bruce Pritchard and
hey, it's Conrad Thompson, and you're listening to Me Talk. Regal, what's going on, man?
Conrad, welcome. Thank you for joining us via Skype. I see you're on a plane.
I am on a plane.
You're heading to Cleveland?
I am heading to Cleveland, and I am somewhat concerned, Regal.
What's going on, Conrad?
There are snakes on the plane.
There are snakes on the plane?
Snakes on the plane, yes.
Well, Bruce went back to work for WWE. I hear there's a lot of snakes there.
You're not wrong. As you would say, you're not wrong.
But, Connie, it was a hell of a show last night, my man.
Thank you, Regal. Thank you.
We took a picture together. You can see that on my social media. You actually made me look like a smaller guy.
Are you calling me fat?
You call yourself that every day, Connie.
Yeah, that doesn't mean you can.
Oh, sorry.
Who the fuck are you?
I'm Timothy Regal.
Dad? Pop? Woo! Where you're living.
Rick.
Regal.
What's up, Rick?
Did you really just call my slender Big Bone, son-in-law, fat.
No.
You did?
No. Conrad called himself fat.
No.
That's what I heard.
You heard wrong. You said he made you look small.
I didn't say that, actually.
You did.
John G said that.
Well, he's not here. So now, it's time for you to pay for his transactions.
Hey, Rick, Ashley's going to win tonight. Stop! Shopping! Stop!
Regal, I got a question for you.
Yeah, Rick?
Why'd you no sell the first one?
Stop!
Why don't you talk about something to wrestle
Rick,
after you talk about Black Label Pro?
Rick, my chest is bleeding!
Good, yeah, lose some weight. Maybe even smaller than Conrad. Why do you get yourself in trouble?
Why does he come in here and chop me every time?
Chop you every time.
Almost every time.
Okay.
Started doing the show via Skype for a few weeks so I didn't get chopped.
Yeah.
But
you gotta make up for lost time now.
No, yeah, we started talking. Conrad showed up, but we should probably talk about Black Label Pro.
Yeah, for sure.
Hell of a show.
Hell of a show.
I had a 2 4-way tags for the tag team tournament for the first Black Label Pro Tag Team Champions.
Yes.
Got to see some really good talent that I hadn't seen.
Absolutely.
Got to see our boy Sad Kampf.
Yes.
The Space Pirates.
Yep.
Shane Saber and Space Monkey. I really got to check out some Alpha 1 and see more Shane Saber.
Yeah, I was definitely impressed.
I really like Shane Saber. He's a pirate.
He is.
You know what I think we should do?
What?
When you bring him to Iowa?
What?
Team up with Heather Reckless.
Absolutely.
Him and Heather Reckless would be a great tag team.
Absolutely.
They could be going after the booty.
Yes, they could.
But no, who else was in those 4-way tags? Like I said,
Regal's
guys.
new friends.
No, they have no new friends. Mike Orlando. I think I'm saying that one.
Mike Outlaw.
Mike Outlaw. Mike Orlando is a very large man. No, Mike Outlaw and Danny Adams.
Yep.
Danny Adams, my favorite wrestler.
Yes.
They were the production.
Yeah, the production.
Derek
Direction and Eddie Only.
Yeah, Derek Direction, Eddie Only. 2 guys out of AIW.
TME, I don't remember their names.
Yeah. I cannot remember TME's names. Hell of an entertaining tag team.
You can't even remember the tag team name.
Yeah.
PME.
PME. But no, they were very entertaining, but I cannot remember their names.
Kill me. You know that? You know you kill me, right?
Yeah, I had a few beers last night.
Yeah, Regal was smashed, hammered.
I wasn't
drunk.
smashed, but
Smashed.
I wasn't smashed, but
hammered.
I was not
Drunk.
But I had enough that I was definitely feeling pretty good. But we saw Swoggle versus Ricky Shane Page,
which was interesting. Yeah.
Swoggle calling Nick Gage a bitch.
Not the smartest thing the little guy's ever done.
No, Swoggle calling out Nick Gage for April the 5th at Adventures in Wrestling as part of the Collective.
Yes.
Which, we'll get into that. That looks like a hell of a show for Black Label Pro. I wish I was going to WrestleMania weekend in New York, because that would definitely be on my list of shows to go to.
For sure.
Because that show is looking really, really good. But we saw, so Swoggle was taking on Ricky Shane Page, the King of the Death match, to tune up for Nick Gage, and they were definitely getting a little crazy in Crown Point, fighting over by the merch tables. Swoggle got thrown through chairs.
Yeah.
Swoggle hit him with a spit beer on him. Hit him with a trash can.
Yeah.
It was pretty insane. Then I didn't think Swoggle was getting the victory, but PB Smooth, who's a very imposing specimen. I would have loved to have seen him actually. I've seen some of his video from AIW, but he came out and cost Ricky Shane Page the victory. So Swoggle gets a victory and then called out Nick Gage again. I hope we may have seen one of the last Swoggle matches.
I don't think Bruce and Conrad would be too upset. They apparently hate him.
But no, then we definitely should talk about the stiff Robo Ginger Gary J took on the Warhorse Jake Parnell.
Yes.
This is a match. I mean, we've seen this match before.
Have we?
We've seen it. I think Glory Pro, didn't we see one?
Maybe.
Or they might have been in a scramble at Glory Pro, but it's been on Glory Pro. It's been on. It started at 0-1 USA.
Yep.
It's been taken to St. Louis Anarchy. They literally took this feud to Evolve.
Yeah.
These guys have had this almost year and a half feud that goes back to a 0-1 show where there was some barbed wire introduced and Jake Parnell got his mouth ripped open.
Ugh.
This match was an I Quit match, and Jake Parnell put on an STF and then used it with an extension cord, and then used the cord to choke Gary J to where he was unconscious, and the ref called an end. Now this was supposed to be your old school I Quit match. Independent Wrestling.tv's Dylan Hales came to the ring and said that, obviously there's a little controversy because Gary J did not say I quit into the microphone.
Right.
So he signed a match for Thursday, April 4th. The event kicking off the entire WrestleMania weekend. Independent Wrestling.tv's The Collective.
Yes.
The family reunion at the Collective.
Yes.
Independent Wrestling.tv family reunion. Which, if you're going to New York, if you sign up for Independent Wrestling.tv, it's $10 a month, and it is, I think, the best streaming service for wrestling at this point. You actually get a free ticket to the family reunion show.
Wow.
So if you're not on IndependentWrestling.tv, definitely want to do that. You can actually check out the Black Label Pro show that we were at last night. Mm-hmm. If it's not up yet, it probably will be up in the next couple of days. But check out that. They announced that at the family reunion, kicking off the weekend, they did not yet have a main event, but they've decided to take it back to where this whole thing started, and it is going to be in the main event of that show, Jake Parnell versus Gary J in a last man standing match. This is going to be the last match between these two, and I mean, we saw they fought all over the building last night. They were fighting on top of the merch tables. They were fighting on the bleachers. Gary J got thrown off the bleachers.
It was insane.
They were just slapping each other, chopping each other, punching each other. Gary J threw a chair at Jake Parnell a la Sabu.
Yes.
To which Dave Prazak we were sitting by the commentary table. My old buddy Dave Prazak had the amazing line of, like Sabu without the homophobia.
Wow.
That popped me, I'm not going to lie.
Yep. No surprise there.
But, no, and then we had a 6-man tag.
Yep.
That kind of leads into something big. We had Cabana Man Dan, Jake Lander, and help me out.
I'm trying to Boomer Hatfield.
Boomer Hatfield took on Missile Assault Man, Trey Lamar,
Assault Man, and Brian Pillman Jr.
Great to see Brian Pillman Jr. Man, that kid.
Yeah.
He can walk into a room, especially in something wrestling related. You don't even need to know. Like Jim Cornette actually said, he walked right up to him and said, "You don't even need to introduce yourself. I know exactly who you are because you look exactly like your dad."
Yeah.
Brian Pillman Jr. looks so much like his father, and I am probably going to end up ordering StarCast on Fight TV since I'm not going to be able to go this time. But even if I don't, one of the events I will be getting a la carte, I guarantee you, is they're going to do a Remembering Brian Pillman panel.
Sure.
And Brian Pillman Jr. is going to be a part of that. I cannot wait to see that. But we got to see Brian Pillman Jr. live for the first time last night in this 6-man. He's big dude, good size, pretty impressive. Well, no, we'd seen him at MLW, hadn't we?
Yeah, we had.
So second time we'd seen him, but I was super excited getting to see the guys from Chikara.
Yeah.
I hadn't seen any, at least the guys from Chikara on this show I hadn't seen because these guys were fairly new to Chikara from the last time I had gone when they relaunched. So got to see Missile Assault Man, Boomer Hatfield, a couple of guys.
Yeah.
But no, at the end of the match, Jake Lander turned on his partners.
What a prick.
Turned on Cabana Man Dan.
What a prick.
He really is. I don't think anybody likes Jake Lander.
No, I don't either.
But dude, turning on his own partners, and then in the main event was after the 2 4-ways, it was Ethan Page and Kobe Durst.
Yep.
Versus Shane Saber and Space Monkey.
Yep.
The Space Pirates. An all Canadian final.
Yes.
All guys from Canada. Well, Space Monkey's from outer space.
Well, yeah, by way of Canada.
By way of Canada. He is part of the Canadian space program.
Yes.
No,
it's fucking crazy that they sent a dude, a monkey to space.
Yeah.
Fucking wild Canucks.
But that was a hell of a match. And in the end, Space Monkey and Shane Saber get the victory. Ethan Page is very generous, goes to give the belts to the champs.
Yep.
And Kobe Durst decided he didn't want to do that.
Yeah.
And he used one of the tag team titles to clock his tag team partner.
What a prick.
And then Trey Lamar
Yep.
and Jake Lander come out,
yep.
and they put a beating on all three guys.
Mm-hmm.
And then we got a very not safe for work message from Ethan Page.
Yep.
For the Adventures in Wrestling show, WrestleMania weekend. It's going to be a no DQ match between himself and Kobe Durst.
Wow.
Of course, Ethan Page essentially a mentor to Kobe Durst.
Yes.
So it's teacher versus student. That
absolutely.
You know what they say in wrestling?
What?
Ethan Page may have taught Kobe Durst everything that Kobe Durst knows.
Right.
But did Ethan Page teach Kobe Durst everything Ethan Page knows?
My guess would be no.
No. Ethan Page, one of the premier independent wrestling talents there is.
Yes.
I think I may be on his YouTube show.
Yeah, I think you are.
So I'll be looking forward to seeing the next episode of that.
Yep.
No, great show, and then nice. You walked around, talked to a few people.
Yep.
I went and talked to Bruce and got my pictures with Bruce and Connie.
Yep.
I did ask Bruce if you see the picture online. I'm wearing a All Elite Wrestling Kenny Omega T-shirt, and I asked Bruce. I said, "Is it okay that you take a picture with a guy wearing an All Elite Wrestling T-shirt? I don't want you to get Jimmy Jacobs."
Yeah.
He said, "I don't know. It might be. I think we're okay."
That's funny.
So it's cool. Definitely great to get a picture. I did the cool thing of I got some 8x10s from Starcast for pictures with both guys, and I got them signed. Then we sat down for the Black Label Pro for the Something to Wrestle With Live.
Yes.
Potentially the maybe third, last 3 Something to Wrestle With Live shows.
Yeah.
Because they have Cleveland today, and then they're going to be at the Gramercy Theater WrestleMania weekend, and due to Bruce's new job, that might be the last
end of the road.
The last live show. They said the podcast is continuing, but due to his commitments, live shows may be a little bit of maybe be few and far between.
I would imagine there may be some contractual issues.
Yeah. But definitely a good time.
Yeah.
if you are listening to this and you're going to WrestleMania weekend, I would definitely recommend getting tickets to that show at the Gramercy Theater.
Yes.
But I was super excited to get to see, of course, literally, and I will share this, that the entire concept of me having a podcast essentially came from my extreme admiration and love for Bruce Pritchard. So,
Oh yeah.
So part of the reason that I have a podcast where I can talk, I say this now is I talk about wrestling all day, every day anyway. I might as well record myself doing it for an hour every week.
Hell yeah.
But Alex, I know I had fun. You had fun, right?
I had fun.
You haven't talked much here. I'm kind of talking a lot.
Well, you were recapping the show.
Yeah.
I had a great time. Really enjoyed getting to see all those guys. A lot of them live for the first time. It was cool hearing Bruce and Connor. I'm a little pissed that Bruce didn't answer my question.
Yeah.
Really, because I, paid my money. And do we want to talk about Have we talked about our experiences at the hotel?
We have not yet. We'll get to that.
Okay.
I figured we'd save the other parts of the trip for after the recap.
Okay, sure.
So,
but it was a great time. Great time had by all, I think.
Definitely got to talk to my old buddy Dave Prazak.
Yes.
The man behind Shimmer Women's Athletes, Dave Prazak.
Yes.
Got to talk to Mikey, the leader of the Black Label Pro Society, Mikey Blanton.
Yes.
Guy who, again, I hadn't seen in quite some time. Got to see our old buddy Yan. Papa Hales and Dylan Hales in the house.
Yep.
Talked to Papa. Wrestling with Unicorns.
Martine was there. Yeah, we saw a lot of great people.
Saw a lot of great people that we wish we could see more often.
Yeah, we need to get...
Really...
I told Blanton, I said, we'll be back.
It's always good to be around the positive people in the wrestling business. I'll say that.
Yes, absolutely. Could not agree more.
The people that are positive, that are doing stuff to try to help independent wrestling come along. It's great to be around those people.
Yes.
It seems like, there unfortunately lately has been a lot of negativity, and that's all I'll say. But no, nothing but positivity as far as the wrestling goes from our trip. But we should definitely tell the listeners. So, first off, folks, I do have some sad news to report.
You're going to go in this order?
Alex McCarthy
It's fucking disgusting.
hates White Castle. Let that sink into you, folks. Alex McCarthy hates White Castle.
Yeah, I do.
He besmirched the castle.
It was gross. It was so bad.
He apparently does not understand the amazing feeling of when a little burger with pickle and caramelized onions hits your tongue.
Oh.
And all the sensations.
I felt like someone was painting the inside of my mouth with grease.
So what I did, being the guy that I am, I felt kind of bad since Alex didn't like the food. I gave him my French fries.
Those were super greasy too.
And he didn't like his fries.
See, I had like a small thing of French fries, which were like an acceptable amount of greasy. You had a large order of French fries, and they were an excessive. Like they dumped in extra grease.
I legit think they cooked. Your fries and my fries came from a different batch.
Yeah,
if that's the case. Which, I mean, I'm sorry. And
it's not your fault.
I ate some burgers, I ate some sliders, and I loved it. Maybe it's an acquired taste. A lot of people seem to think you have to be stoned or drunk.
Yeah, I've heard that.
I love White Castle. If you love White Castle, cool. If you don't, sorry. But thankfully, Alex, I did redeem myself.
Yes.
If you are ever in the Crown Point area, if you're going to Black Label Pro, you happen to be staying overnight, check out Jelly's Pancake House. We went and got some absolutely amazing breakfast this morning.
Yes, we did. It was excellent.
Yeah. I redeemed myself thanks to via Yelp this morning.
Yes, thanks.
But so we should talk about the hotel room.
Yes.
So first off, now I will tell the audience that normally any road trip I've ever made was generally with Doug Ritter.
Yes.
And Doug would always be the one who booked the hotels.
Yes.
So, this being the first overnight trip that me and you have taken without Douglas.
Yes.
We've done a few with Douglas. We had to get us our own hotel room. And I used Expedia for the first time, and I found out when we got to the hotel that Expedia will use the same pictures to promote different types of rooms, which I didn't know. So when we got to the hotel room, we didn't get the room I thought we were getting.
Nope.
And I ended up having to pay $30 extra out of my pocket to get the upgrade, because I said, well, I got to get the upgrade so I can, because full disclosure for the show, I suffer from a condition called sleep apnea, where normally at home I have a machine where you put a mask over your face it helps to cycle air through you while you're sleeping. When I'm going overnight, if I'm just going for a day, or generally if I'm going anything, the last few years I just don't take it. I just sleep in a chair. I've developed the art of doing that. I slept fine last night, actually. But we got in the hotel room, and the hotel room did not have a chair, at least like a lounge chair.
And like an office chair.
Had an office chair, and I'm like, there's no way I can sleep on that.
You didn't even try.
There were no sides to it. It was literally a desk chair. Where the picture that I bought had a nice leather chair that you could, a nice comfortable chair. So I went back down and ended up having to pay the $30 out of pocket. We get to the hotel, we sit there, we watch TV for a little bit. I will preface this by saying that we used the bathroom because we had to switch rooms.
Yes, get their chair.
We used the bathroom in the first room they gave us.
Yes.
So neither of us had to go before the show. So we go to the show. We come back from the show, come back from White Castle. It's after midnight at this point. It's probably quarter after midnight, 12:30.
Something like that, yeah.
Alex goes in the bathroom. And he goes, dude, what the fuck? I'm like, what? He goes, there's blood in the bottom of our shower. I'm like, no fucking way. I walk in there. Sure enough, there is what looks to be like somebody had been bleeding or something in the shower, and they attempted to clean it up, and they let it go while the water was still going down the drain. They didn't make sure it got all the way down and didn't make sure it was all the way clean.
Right.
Not like it's not like we walked into a scene from Dexter, okay?
No.
But enough that there was enough blood stain in the bottom of this shower that I did not want to take a shower in the morning.
Right.
I said, because normally I will take a shower in the morning at a hotel. I shower every morning, generally. Yeah. I'm one of those guys. I'm a big dude. A lot of times, especially in the summertime, if I'm going someplace, I'm the guy that showers twice a day. I hate the stereotype that certain people have that bigger people are smelly because we sweat. Because we do sweat, and I go to great lengths to do what I can to make sure I don't smell like sweat.
Yeah.
So I would normally take a shower. I'm like, well, it's one night. I'll just go without a shower. We called the front desk. Of course, the hotel's booked solid. So I'm like, fuck it. We're just... So, yes. If you're... Timothy Regal's travel tips. Number one, if you're booking through Expedia, whether you're booking a hotel anywhere, call the hotel and make sure that the room you're booking has the amenities you need before you book. Because if I would have booked... I could have booked the room through Expedia for about $10 more than what I ended up having to pay. Because we really didn't have a choice in the matter at that point.
Yeah.
Also, when you get in your room, check everything.
Yeah.
Make sure. Here you don't gotta go to the bathroom. Check the bathroom and make sure. I actually one time booked a hotel for former SC Marine announcer Zach's wedding. And the first hotel room that the hotel put me in, there was plumbing equipment. The bathroom was actually being fixed. So we had to switch rooms at that hotel. So yeah, always check your hotel room. Despite all that, I would still stay at the Red Roof Inn again.
Oh yeah, I think I would.
You slept like a baby.
It was very comfortable.
You had a king-size bed, too.
I did. Joe Margaret, I went from having a...
20% of a queen size, I think is what you said?
20% of a queen size to 100% of a king size. She didn't take
I think you slept sideways at one point.
Did I? Probably.
You probably did. No, I got through the night. I will say, I do what because I tweeted this out. Tinder in Crown Point was a little disappointing.
Why is it? It looked like a small town.
Crown Point's actually kind of a small suburb.
Yeah.
I think if I'd have been, and there were a few once it got to like 48 miles away.
Yeah.
So it got to closer to Chicago.
Yeah.
I got a few good ones, but man, Tinder was not what I was hoping for in Crown Point, Indiana.
You weren't gonna go on any Tinder dates anyways?
No, I was just maybe seeing if see if I could match with anybody, maybe for a return trip. No, unfortunately, there were a few good ones. Haven't got any matchbacks yet, but now that I'm out of the area, it probably won't alert me. I don't think so.
No, it still will.
Damn it. Yeah, if anybody, do you think we have any females that listen to this show at all?
I mean, the only one I could think of that's a possibility is 12.
Oh yeah. So I should probably not go into detail about Tinder. Sorry.
But no, that's what I deal with, folks.
We had fun. Well, the ride up wasn't very fun.
No, the ride up sucked.
We, unfortunately, the bad luck of Alex and Regal road trip continued as
it's just us together.
We had to drive through about 3 hours of pouring rain.
Yeah.
Once we got up to Indiana, it actually lightened up enough where it wasn't. We weren't in the trying to pass a semi truck and legitimately can't see a fucking thing scenario.
Right.
That we had a couple times on the way up. We actually got thunder and lightning.
Just like a thunderbolt and a strike of lightning.
Which was, I think, right by Marseilles, Illinois.
Yeah.
So, like, up by the Joliet area. But no, there was some periods of some pretty heavy rain. And then, of course, today it was just windy, and then finally the sun came out. So
yeah, it was pretty nice driving back.
Not really. It's great to drive back on Sunday because even when you're in the Chicago area, the traffic isn't as bad. Only time traffic is bad on a Sunday is if you're heading into the city in the morning when the Cubs or Sox, or if you're going anywhere near where the Cubs or Sox are in town.
Sure.
But no, it was a fun trip. Should we talk about the wrestling elephant in the room? Ronda Rousey?
I don't really care.
Well, I mean, where are we at on time in this episode?
We are at 53 minutes.
So we got some time. A lot of people are very up in arms about the Ronda Rousey promo video where she, and help me out because I did watch it, but
I
basically said wrestling is fake. In the real world, I would destroy all these chicks.
I believe she said bitches.
Bitches, yeah. Basically, attempting to do a work shoot.
Yeah.
There is a lot of people very up in arms about this. There's some people that saying, well, it's just WWE trying to have, essentially, as I've said many times, reality is the new work. They're trying to build heat with Ronda and Becky. They want Ronda to be the heel because they know Becky's, especially with that WrestleMania crowd.
Yeah.
The only person they're going to cheer for, whether it's a singles match or a triple threat, is going to be Becky Lynch.
Yep.
they're basically having Ronda basically beat Brock Lesnar.
Basically.
Where she's big leaguing and she's, I'm better than all these girls and blah, blah, blah. And I will say the one great thing that's come out of this is all the memes.
Yeah.
The Undertaker's not really dead. Seth Rollins isn't really an arsonist. Dusty Rhodes didn't really wear polka dots all the time.
What?
He didn't.
Let me tell you something, baby.
Dusty.
There's a meme. I'm a meme.
No, Ronda's a meme.
I'm on. There's a memes talking about me.
Yeah, she said you didn't really wear polka dots all the time.
She's lying.
She lying?
She hates my underwear.
Really? You wear polka dotted underwear?
Every day.
I thought you didn't wear underwear.
Well, when I do, it's got polka dots.
That's what Tony Schiavone told me.
Well, what's Tony Schiavone looking at my underwear?
He said he walked into a hotel room one time and you got out of bed.
Well, I don't wear underwear to bed.
Oh.
Who wears underwear to bed?
I do.
You're a weirdo, Regal.
Alex McCarthy does.
Only when he's got to share the hotel room with you.
Okay. We saw your buddy last night, Dusty.
Who's that?
Bruce Pritchard.
Oh, you saw Brucey?
Yeah.
Nice.
The most recognizable athlete in the world?
The second most recognizable athlete in the world.
Well, he told the story once where he said he got recognized before you did.
He's a lion.
Because they said, "Are you Brother Love?" And then they said, looked at you and said, "Are you a wrestler too?"
Yeah, whatever.
Hey, Dusty.
What's up, Regal?
Did I tell you what I wore yesterday?
What?
I wore an All Elite Wrestling Kenny Omega t-shirt.
Nice.
And two people that randomly in Crown Point that were not at the wrestling show gave me a too sweet salute.
Really?
Yeah.
It's very nice of them.
Apparently, they're big fans of Cody.
And how could you blame them?
I mean, he is Cody.
That's right.
But, Bruce did a pretty good impression of you.
He did?
Yeah.
A nice one?
Yeah.
Was he being nice, though?
Yeah, he was
a dick?
Yeah, he loves you.
Of course he does. Second most recognizable athlete in the world. After only Muhammad Ali.
Yeah. Dusty, what were we talking about when you came on here?
Probably wrestling.
Well, I know that, but I completely forgot what we were talking about that got you to come in.
Oh, you said Bruce did an impression of me, I think. Did you?
Something else. Oh, well.
You don't even care about the podcast?
Ronda Rousey's meme.
Oh, yeah.
But, no, so I'm gonna finish this up and then you can come back and do the plugs, Dust.
Alright.
So here is my take, okay? And I got into a little Twitter thing back and forth with a few people yesterday about it. WWE is trying to have the reality-based, storyline here. People are up in arms. Some people are up in arms because they're saying, well, she shouldn't be saying wrestling's fake because we already know it's fake, but we don't want to, in the sake of the story, you don't want to believe it's fake. It's like, okay, so here's the thing. I get what they're trying to do. I never at one point said this story is good. The only thing for me that is saving this is the fact that Becky is super over. Becky's Teflon at this point.
Yeah.
She's super over. There's nothing you can do that is going to make that WrestleMania crowd not explode for her. I don't think that the way they're going about this is very good. I get it, but this is not the way I would have told the story. And it kind of makes me wonder, is Ronda going to be around after WrestleMania? We've heard rumors she might not be. And this may be the way to kind of set that up, where she's going to basically pull the Brock Lesnar, where she loses the title, flips the crowd off, and walks out. That's kind of where I'm thinking. But I get it, and I'm not up in arms about it, but at the same time, I don't think...
You don't like it.
I don't like it. The storyline is... They've made this way too involved and way too convoluted.
Sure.
Essentially, God, I wish I could remember. It might have been Cornette. Actually said, it might have been Nash. I cannot remember who said this quote once, but it's a great quote.
What's that?
Where it said, professional wrestling, booking a storyline should be simple arithmetic, and the problem is occasionally WWE creative, with all the TV writers and whatnot that they hire, goes over there and tries to do geometry. They try to make it harder than it needs to be.
Yeah.
Because they think, we have to do this, we have to have so many layers, and we have to make this, accessible to people that don't watch wrestling. First off, right there, we need to be acceptable to people who don't watch wrestling. Okay, if they're not watching wrestling, they're not watching your product, so why do you care?
Because you want those people to watch wrestling.
Jim Cornette once said, and this is a quote from Cornette that I do remember. He said, wrestling fandom is like a sphere. And he put his hands together. He said, in this sphere is your hardcore devoted fans that will watch everything. Essentially, Alex, if you take that sphere, right smack dab in the middle of the bullseye, that's where I reside. Okay?
Yes.
Obviously, we're doing this fucking podcast.
Right.
On the outside, even in this sphere, is most of your people that will go. I'll even put in this sphere. This is the people that go to indie wrestling shows. This is the people that are listening to this podcast. This is the people that are on the Twitter, on your Facebook groups or whatnot.
Yeah.
On the outside of that sphere, you have your WWE tip. I don't want to say stereotypical, but you got your WWE universe.
Yes.
The ones that they see Monday Night Raw and SmackDown on TV, and they're usually watching it. They've got their network subscriptions. They're ordering the pay-per-view. They're watching the pay-per-views and that kind of thing.
Yeah.
On the outside of that sphere, you got a casual fan.
Yeah.
May tune into Raw every few weeks. He watches WrestleMania, watches Royal Rumble. Kind of, sort of checks in. Maybe he has that fan that's in that hardcore bubble.
Yeah.
That he goes to for information.
Yep.
I've got a few people I work with that are like that, where they kind of use me to find out what's going on. They'll come and say, "Hey, what's going on in wrestling?" Then there's the people, the rest. Then there's the outside of that.
Yeah.
Which is the people that don't watch wrestling, don't care, and as they say, if they get it, they get it. If they don't, they never will. Why are you trying to make a show that works for those people when they're not going to fucking watch it anyway? They're watching Game of Thrones. They're watching The Walking Dead. They're watching fucking CSI.
Yep.
They're watching whatever. They're watching Live PD, which is a fucking amazing show.
Never seen it.
I almost put it on in the hotel room last night. It was on. I was afraid I'd never sleep if I put it on in the hotel. But yeah, why? Your product is wrestling for a wrestling audience. You need to make it about wrestling. And I'm very interested because we're seeing now the rumors that's coming out that Fox wants to have a TV-14 product on SmackDown.
I don't think that makes a difference.
I do think it'll make a difference in how the product gets presented on SmackDown. I don't think it makes a difference how they project it. Did you see the media sheets that they put out for the press conference at Raymond James Stadium for WrestleMania next year? That said that the performers were to be referred to as WWE. They made sure to tell the head list of points that said, "Please make sure to refer to our talent as WWE superstars, not professional wrestlers."
That's not new.
That's not new. Most of this wasn't new. It said, made sure to point out that the term WWE Divas was retired in 2016, and that the females are also now referred to as WWE superstars.
Yeah.
Their brand. This is the one that killed me. It said their brand is to be listed as WWE. Please do not say the WWE, and do not say World Wrestling Entertainment.
Yeah.
They literally don't want you to say the word wrestling.
No.
It's literally in the name of the brand.
No, the name of the brand is WWE.
What does the second W stand for?
It doesn't stand for anything.
Oh.
Have you not heard this?
What part are they putting on the fucking TV?
Sports entertainment.
I hate you so much right now.
Vince, if you're listening.
Would you stop trying to get a goddamn job?
Bruce, if you're listening.
I'm surprised you didn't try to get a fucking meet and greet and give your resume to Bruce last night.
Oh my god, I should have.
He would have looked at you like you were fucking insane.
I think I have a pretty decent resume for wrestling.
I'm gonna pray to God, folks, that Alex McCarthy is kidding about that. Kidding when he said that.
I have a degree in creative writing, asshole.
You actually.
What do you have?
15 years of experience in the wrestling business, which means they're not looking for me.
I have 2 degrees. Fuck off.
Margaret Adele trumps everything.
Margaret Adele wants to say fuck off to the world right now.
Margaret, I'm sorry you had a bad weekend, and I'm sorry that I made your husband leave you. And I want to point out again that it was not.
Oh, get out of here!
It was not my idea in any way, shape, or form to play a rib on you on the ride home. Should we talk about that?
No.
Not if you value your vocal cords.
Folks, get a rule. Don't rib your wife.
I'll get
Now
that.
when she spent her morning cleaning the kitchen, you don't.
She's not wrong, folks. She's not wrong.
Oh, God. Alex McCarthy thought it would be a fun... I'll just say this. I won't go into details, but I'll just
You
say...
laughed your ass off, so I don't want to hear it.
I thought it was fucking hilarious. Alex thought it would be a good idea to rip... I'm going to tell the story. Fuck it. Margaret's in the other room.
Margaret can still hear you.
I'm not going to say anything negative about you. I love you. You're wonderful. You're amazing. Alex decided we were a block from the house. And he says, hey, you want to kayfabe Margaret? I'm like, what the hell are you doing? At this point, I know this is a bad idea.
Yeah.
Alex calls his wife, the lovely and talented Miss Margaret Adele, who has 2 degrees, so she's better than both of us put together. Because I don't have a degree.
I have a degree and a half.
You have, yeah. So Alex calls Margaret and says, hey, we were on our way home. We got invited to Galalucha in Chicago. We're going to go to the show. It's $30 to get in. We'll be back about 10 o'clock.
I said 5.
Oh, did you say 5? I thought you said 10 for some reason. Okay. So, either way. We had already told Margaret we were going to be back early.
Did we?
Yeah.
Oh.
And Margaret says, well, I kind of wanted you around today for at least part of the day. And Alex keeps, essentially, long story short, Alex keeps this rib going. And Margaret is getting more and more angry at Alex. And literally, he keeps this rib going until we're pulling into the driveway.
No, I didn't get that far.
We were 200 feet from the driveway, at best. We were coming down the street. And we pull in, and Alex walks to the house, and I'm just like, oh, this is... Folks, don't rib your wife unless you're... Unless it's... Yeah, no. Don't do it. But Margaret took it in stride. But, Alex, you got anything else?
No.
You didn't talk enough on this podcast. I talk too much.
Hashtag things Regal has never said on the podcast. I gave most of the 3X recap.
Yeah, you did the 3X recap, I guess.
I'm tired, Regal. I don't...
You're tired.
Even though I slept, well for a hotel, I'm still...
And you had to drive.
And I drove, I drove 10 hours in the last 3 days.
Part of the problem is when we pulled out of LaSalle, I drank a Bang. So
yeah, you got a lot more energy than I did.
Yeah, I drank a Bang energy on the last half of the trip, on the last last third of the trip home. So I'm pretty good right now. But hey, plug time.
Sure.
Dust.
Let me tell you something, baby.
What, Dusty?
Don't listen to podcasts anymore. Get your pets spayed and neutered. What else I gotta say?
Hey, Dust.
What?
I just want to tell you.
What?
I love you and I thank you for being on the podcast.
Thanks, Regal. Wow, I'm assaulted.
You're assaulted?
I'm assaulted with feelings of happiness. Follow Alex at Word Real Smart Alex. Follow Margaret at Margaret Adele. Follow Regal at SCW Regal 444. Follow his new little weird ass podcast at Puro Regal Japan.
We're talking about New Japan.
Puro Regal?
Yes.
At Puro Regal?
At Puro Regal Pod.
Puro Regal Pod with Puro Regal taken?
I don't know. I just put at Puro Regal Pod. It probably could have been at Puro Regal. It would have been just fine.
Probably. Anyways, am I forgetting anything, Regal?
Did you say Margaret Adele?
Yeah.
Okay. Follow Margaret. She's got more followers than all of us, and
She ain't got more followers than me.
well, you'd have a lot if you had Twitter.
I think I do.
Have you still got Twitter, Dusty?
I think so. Let me look.
But we got a rare weekend off next weekend, Alex.
No, I don't.
Well, you know.
Funky Monkey.
Oh, you're gonna be
At
funky.
WWE Dusty Rhodes has 236,000 followers.
Okay, so he's still there. The Twitter's still there.
Yeah.
Hey, Dust, how come you don't tweet for me anymore?
You want to hear my last tweet?
What was your last tweet, Dusty?
Lynch, comma, at NXT Star Time, she be great. Top 5 of last 5 years, max number 1.
Your last tweet was about Becky Lynch.
Yeah, it was.
That's pretty fitting.
Yeah.
But, folks, we had a lot of fun this weekend. We had a lot of fun on the podcast. Thank you for listening. Like I said, rare weekend off for me. You're going to be at Funky Monkey, the big return of Funky Monkey Wrestling.
Yeah, birthday bash.
Birthday bash. Was it Stephen Wolf? Stephen Wolf and Bobby Houston? Or something? You know what's the name?
Stephen Wolf. No. Stephen Wolf, Christian Rose.
Yeah.
Bucky Collins. And Judge Janitor. Fatal 4-Way.
Yeah. And then, what's going on with Zeke Zishi and Bobby Houston?
I don't know. Zeke Zishi's the GM. He's the man in charge.
Yeah, we'll find out. But, yeah, if you're Sterling, Latin American Social Club, right?
No, it's not at the Latin American
Oh,
Social
it's
Club.
not.
It's at the Starlight Theater.
Starlight Theater in Sterling. So,
yes, we'll see you there.
yeah, go check that out. Go see some great wrestling this weekend. We'll be back SCW Pro on the 23rd.
Yep.
For Luck
is for losers.
Luck is for losers. I'm a little. I amped up down from the bang. My brain's a little Swiss cheese.
We'll see you next. We'll
see you next week.